Hi, welcome to the MLB Odds Couple show for today, Friday, July 8th. I'm Peter Loshak, and next is Mike Brenner, and we got a full slate of games on the card tonight, Mike Brenner. I'm not really seeing anything I'm liking, but we can
really?
We're going to discuss that. I made no overnight plays.
That's got to be a first. You made no overnight plays.
We can discuss all the interesting games, and I can explain to you why I didn't bet anything, why I was hedging on each side. All right, let's throw the record
Throw
up
that
there.
record up, Pete, because guess what? I'm going to tell you this. I mean it. I mean it. I'm getting my ass kicked right now, but hey, I own it when I lose, and I'm going to turn this thing around.
Yeah, you can.
It's not my strength. I've said it. Baseball's not, but I got an all-star break coming up. I'm going to turn it around, and I see some spots today that I like, and I'm not hitting that red button.
You can bounce. It can be done.
Yes, you did it.
I did it.
You did it, and you're just absolutely quietly killing it.
I did it. Well, yeah, and although I will say this, I've got about three or four. I made 3 or 4 huge bets in WNBA, though.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
What, for tonight?
For tonight. For tonight.
Oh, you're going to give us that?
Maybe I'll give it at the end of this show just to make up for it.
Because, what the hell?
Because in baseball, I bet basically nothing. There's some interesting spots. We've got, we've got Chris Sale starting, but the White Sox are minus 300.
I know. I saw that. I even saw it 320 somewhere. And I know he's 14-2 on the year, but my God.
Yeah, and then Atlanta's coming off the extra inning game against the Cubs.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, I'd love to be betting the White Sox here, but I'm not going to bet them at minus 300. Then we got the same situation with Miami against Cincinnati, right? Jose Fernandez coming off of getting crushed. He's probably going to bounce back here, but do you want to bet him at minus 270?
Jesus God,
but
who's on the mound for Cincy?
Straley, who's very hittable, but he's coming off a better start, not a great start. I mean, I'd love to bet Miami here.
What's the full game run line on that?
The full game run line probably like minus 130 or so. Let's see, for Miami, it's Pinnacle minus 119.
I'm taking it. I'm going to take it because I really feel Fernandez is going to bounce back. Stanton, he knows that his slump this year caused him to not get the All-Star bid. He's going to be swinging that bat. I'm taking it. I'm taking the Finns, baby.
All right, and then Oakland is slightly tempting as a big underdog, but their bats. I mean, look at what happened yesterday, man.
I know. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of my winners on the first 5, but it wasn't because they hit fisters, because Hill was able to hold Houston down. But these Oakland Mats, they can't really hit, man.
No.
And McHugh's starting. He's kind of vulnerable, but Oakland's not the kind of team that can take advantage of that.
I totally agree, Pete.
I'm tempted to take Oakland as a big underdog, but I can't pull the trigger on them there.
I understand you nailed a big parlay last night. Is that true?
Let's not talk about that. This great grading issue. That also messed with my head.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. There again, guys, you got to watch where you're playing.
You got to take screenshots. Take screenshots of your bets.
That's right.
Then we got an interesting situation with Tampa Bay and Boston.
I want to talk about this one.
I mean, it's tempting to take Boston, but you're going to have to go with O'Sullivan, who's a very, very suspect starter.
Very, very suspect.
And then on the other hand, on the other side, you have Chris Archer, who is, he's getting a lot of strikeouts, but he's giving up walks and home runs. So a strong start by him wouldn't be surprising. He could easily get hit.
Last time at Fenway, he went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, and got pounded. David Ortiz feeds off of this guy.
I would lean Boston here, but
first half money line, I'm taking it. Pistol
really?
Pete.
On who?
On Boston. I think it's minus 115.
First half money line.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're going to give you a Pinnacle minus 103, baby.
Well, I'm going to take it. There we go. Line shopper minus 103.
Yeah, it is. It's 115 a bookmaker minus. It's actually minus 115 across the board, but at Pinnacle minus 103.
See, every time Archer pitches against Boston, especially the last 2 times he gets hit early. So even if O'Sullivan gives up some, all right, I'm confident that we're going to outscore him. Full game money line as well, Pistol Pete. I saw it at minus 117. Can you help
Boston,
me out?
we can give you minus 116.
All right.
Sometimes you line shop at SBRodds.com and you only get 1 extra penny.
But guess what? It adds up.
It does add up.
Adds up. That's right.
Can't say I disagree with you. Can say it makes me nervous, though. Then another situation, we got some other interesting situations. We got Toronto Hap against Pelfrey. Now you got Pelfrey's going up against Toronto's bats.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to take Toronto as a big favorite there?
Hap's hittable, man.
Well, he's coming up of a good start, but he can get hit. It's tempting to take Toronto here. Pelfrey was not that bad in his last start. He's very vulnerable. It's tempting to take Toronto. If you could give me like minus 150, I could. But line shopping at SBR odds here, best line I can see minus 175.
Too high for my liking. High for my liking.
A little bit high up there. Yeah, you see all the issues here. Then we have another interesting situation. Corey Kluber starting at home against the Yankees. Now Kluber is coming off a start where he really got hit, right?
He got hit, and now they're coming off a game where they didn't produce offensively. Right. So they got a little,
before that
chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, before that Kluber pitching well. And this starter for the Yankees, Green, he had a great start last out, and in the minors he was good too. He had an ERA under 2 at Wilkes-Barre.
Well, what I learned last night, the Yankees relief, the middle relief, you don't mess with that bullpen. Yeah. You cannot mess with that bullpen, Pistol Pete. For real.
Yeah. So it's you don't know quite what to expect from Kluber here. I'm expecting a bounce back. I think his last start was
And
anomalous.
Green, he pitched well at Wilkesboro, so I don't know. I'm going to stay off it.
Yeah, so maybe the best thing to do would just be to take a bunch of these dogs and hope that they split. And Minnesota's been winning against Texas. Now Hamels is starting, but yeah, yesterday I had Minnesota on the second half.
Well, let me talk about that one because I'm on Texas. All right, I think this is a great bounce back spot, and plus Gibson's on the mound. He blanked. All right, I'm just telling you, he blanked the White Sox last time out to save his spot in the rotation. They were going to unload this guy, Gibson, so pressure's on. But had it not been for their shortstop, Nunez, he's on fire. That kid, 16 out of the last 41. That's really, the offense is clicking there, but when you get Hamels coming off one of those type of starts, he locks down and he's at home. I love it. What's the first half run line, Pistol Pete?
First half run line for Texas is, we can give you at Bookmaker, DSI, and a bunch of places, -120.
Okay, I think that's good value. I think they need to lock in early. Texas has the bats. They can definitely regroup. Full game run line, Pistol Pete.
Full game run line for Texas, we can give you +111.
+111. I'm going to hit it two times.
Yeah, I mean, Hamels' last start was at Minnesota, and he got hit, but probably he bounces back here, right?
It's his total revenge spot, and it's beautiful.
It really is.
So I love it.
And it's just one of those spot situations. Texas in general has been losing. Minnesota's suddenly been winning, so I'm not sure I want to take Texas as a big favorite here. But yeah, the spot suggests a big bounce back for Texas.
Are you ready for this one? Call me crazy.
You got
Everybody will.
Oh, let's hear it.
You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. You're not 12-3 near the All-Star break by mistake. All right? You're not.
Well, you could be a pretty
there's
big
no
mistake.
Jake Arrieta, that would be a huge mistake.
Oh, you're taking the Cubs?
I'm taking the first.
Can I join in with a bunch of people calling you crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good, because tomorrow I'm finally going to.
That's why we love you.
Yeah,
we love
I
you
got my ass kicked last night, but guess what? The Cubbies are tired of losing. They've lost 12 out of. Literally, they've lost 12 out of 15 games.
Yeah.
They're too well managed by Joe Madden. They understand they're getting ready to go to All-Star break. They don't want to go in slumping. Here is your spot, Liriano. He's only had one decent start out of his last 7. He's gotten hit. Pittsburgh's just bouncing back after having that losing streak. Guess what? Today's the day. Talk to me, Pistol Pete. First half run line.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm not joining the people who call you crazy.
All right, thank you.
I take it back. He's very
second half slick.
I will say it makes me nervous, but I don't think you're crazy.
I like that.
All right, so what do you look at?
First half run line.
First half run line on the Cubs -115. Bookmaker, DSI.
Now the full game I had saw earlier at +106. Is that still
for the full
available?
game run line? For a full game run line, yes, +106 at Pinnacle.
Absolutely. That's what I'm taking, Pete. Today's the day. Today is the day because this shit's got to stop.
Look,
right?
Liriano, I'm not a buyer on him. He is very vulnerable. Arrieta has put up a number of starts in a row. His control's a little bit off. He's just a little bit off, and it's just a high road favorite line you're taking here. But
I know it. I know it. I need one more. Call me crazy. I'm all right with it because you don't get 14-2 on the season by a fluke.
Sure.
Chris Sale, give me the full game run line, Pistol
You're taking it.
Braves are tired. They're tired.
Definitely.
And Nick Markakis, he can't keep hitting home runs back to back to back.
Full game run line is not that bad. At Pinnacle, -137.
That's value. I'm all over it. This kid wants to, more than anything, he wants to go into All-Star break 15-2. Guess what? He's going to get it done. Braves are getting shut out, and I'm bouncing back.
Look at all these ballsy plays you're taking here.
Damn right,
I can't
Pistol
say
Pete.
I disagree with any of them. They all kind of make me nervous.
I got a feeling I'm going to have a nice night, and I'm well overdue.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Maybe I will go over this card and try to force a play again. I have a bunch of plays in WNBA I'm liking. Let's go to a Jordan Sharp, huh? Find out some props. This might be a perfect card to look at for props because the lines are very look to my eye to be pretty tight, but that can be a situation where you want to turn to props. Jordan Sharp, an interesting card on Friday. What do you think?
Talk to us, big man.
Fellas, I feel like this slate is like the Oprah Winfrey of ace pitchers. You get an ace, you get an ace, you get an ace, you get an ace. 9 ace pitchers on the mound tonight. What the hell's going on, man? It's tough out there tonight.
Yeah,
one thing you guys didn't mention, one game I love a lot of the plays you guys. I'm interested in what you guys have on this one. Vincent Velasquez and the Phillies +142 in Coors Field tonight against John Gray. What do you think on that one? I am leaning Phillies. I love Vincent Velasquez, even if it isn't Coors.
Yeah, I would definitely lean Philly here. They've gone up from about +115 on the overnight line to
that's
plus
what I'm scared of.
130s. I want to take the over here, but I'm not sure if the weather is going to cooperate with an overplay. I did pull the trigger on the first half over last night, which cashed. It did. Which cashed, and God, I really, depending on lineup and weather information, confirmation, I might wind up taking that one, tweeting out something like that. But
Sure.
I'm definitely leaning over here. Gray had arm fatigue issues, and Philly bats might wake up here against him. And I have a feeling that that Velasquez, he's coming off of 2 really nice 5 or 6 inning starts, but he might be vulnerable here as well.
Let me chime in on that real quick, Jordan, because I like that as well, because Philly was hot before they flew to Coors Field. All right, they were a little tired going cross country. I think last night you got to give them a mulligan. I think they bounced back tonight. I kind of like that play.
I would definitely endorse it. It's definitely Philly or nothing for me. And at the current line of plus 140 or so, I think that's actually
good value.
A pretty decent bet. Jordan Sharp, do you have any prop bets related to that game?
Not on that one. I do have a few more, though, that I'm leaning towards tonight. I know you guys mentioned the Miami Marlins. I got Jose Fernandez on the mound. The Reds rank 19th in strikeout rate versus right-handers at 22.3%. I think he is going to be mowing down some Cincinnati Reds tonight. I'm looking at his strikeout total. And Mike mentioned his name already, Cole Hamels, the lefty sensation. He's finally pitching like the ace the Texas Rangers need him to. Also, Twins ranking, coincidentally, 19th against left-handed pitchers in strikeout rate at 23.3%. So he might actually be a pretty good target tonight as well for pitchers. Those are kind of 2 pitchers I'm looking at. Hitters, I got 2 guys in mind. Toronto Blue Jays tonight at home. Michael Saunders gets to play a right-hander, baby. Michael Saunders against right-handers this season. 300 average, 414 weighted on-base percentage, and a 317 isolated power. Pelfrey, on the other hand, get up against lefties. Lefties have a 338 average against Pelfrey here tonight. So I think your play on the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is pretty good. And I think I'm going to look for Michael Saunders to have a pretty good night as well. Maybe hit a home run over his runs, hits, RBIs prop from Bovada. We'll see with that one. And, of course, the Boston Red Sox guy who will be first ballot Hall of Famer easily, Big Papi. Guess what his career is against Chris Archer? 375 with 15 RBIs. Big Papi tonight, baby.
I like that. And I don't want Big Papi to go away. He still has a couple more years in him, but I like what you're looking at, and I think your pitching advantage is very sharp right there, between Hamels and also big time. You got to love what's going to happen in Boston. I just think they're going to kick that butt. So,
all right, Jordan Sharp, are those all the prop plays you'd like to recommend for us tonight?
Right now, we'll see we'll see what the lines come out here from Bovada later this afternoon. If there's anything else that catches my eye, I have a few guys that I'm taking a look at, but make sure you check out the article, and we'll see if anything changes tonight. But right now, those 2 batters and pitchers are who I'm looking at tonight.
Friday on SportsBit, UFC 200 preview and picks with Adam Hill. We preview the Cubs and the Pirates and the Detroit Lions, plus some bad beats and bad bets. Weekend preview on SportsBit. Betting Insight today.
All right, thanks so much, Jordan Sharp.
Thank
Mike
you,
Brenner,
Jordan.
I will force it, and I will give one recommended play. And,
you don't have to force it, though.
No,
You're good.
Yeah,
You're damn good.
I'll force it. It's an okay force. It's only a slight force, and I will give one recommended play, and that is going to be St. Louis on the second half.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, St. Louis is the top team in MLB in terms of road second half lines.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, there's Waka against Nelson.
Pete, you're doing too much studying at night. You got to get out more about. I'm not kidding you. This is Costa Rica. You got to get out and about and have a nice looking girl on your arm.
Actually, I know that because I just I have a spreadsheet where I track where everything gets updated every day. So that doesn't take a lot of research. I just know it because I see it every day. So St. Louis on the second half, I'll give that. That should be about minus 135 or so.
Hey, don't forget about them OCD picks.
That's right, OCD picks. I believe did my WNBA play go up yesterday?
Of course.
Connecticut,
absolutely.
Right? That went up on the site, right? Plus 11 and a half,
yes,
and
covered.
they covered. I gave that one. They asked me for my play, and if you ask me for my WNBA picks tonight,
we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to review my plays
real
quick here in baseball. I like it tonight, fellas. I'm on the full game run line with the Marlins minus 119. I'm taking Boston tonight. First half money line minus 103. Full game money line minus 116. Jumping all over Cole Hamels tonight to bounce back. First half run line minus 120. Full game run line plus 111. And I'm taking the Cubbies. First half run line, call me crazy, I don't care, minus 115. Full game run line plus 106. Arrieta's bouncing back strong. Pistol Pete, I am all over the White Sox. Full game run line minus 137.
All right,
I'm telling you,
Mike
I'm
Brenner,
bouncing
man.
back.
A lot of ballsy plays. You're looking to bounce back. I love the energy, Mike Brenner. Good luck tonight. Give me a high five
Pistol
for
Pete.
luck.
Got
I'll
it.
be on St. Louis second half, and we'll be back very shortly with the overnight lines for the Saturday card,
That's
right?
right.
A little bit.
Go White Sox.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.